To improve your English vocabulary, to take your vocabulary to a higher level, it is important for you to learn compound adjectives. This video I have prepared on the request of Sumita, who is a special member of our channel and also my student. Here we have to remember that a compound adjective is usually 2 or sometimes 3 words which are put together using a hyphen. A hyphen is a small dash, a small line which is put between 2 words. The components of a compound adjective can be an adjective, a noun, participle of the verb or adverb. Different combinations of these 4 items form compound adjectives, as I will give you many examples to show you. Also, the function of a compound adjective is as to describe a noun. That is, its function is an adjective function, but it need not be made only of adjectives. That is why we call them as compound, because it is a combination of 2 words. Let us see some examples, their meanings, and also sentences to learn their usage. Compound adjective, blue-eyed. The meaning of this is a person who is a favorite of someone and given special treatment. So you say a blue-eyed boy or a blue-eyed girl or a blue-eyed person doesn't really mean that you have to have blue eyes. That also is possible. That, somebody is yellow-haired and blue-eyed. So you put yellow-haired with a hyphen, blue-eyed with a hyphen. Many of the people of the Western Hemisphere, especially the Northwest, have this combination of blue eye and yellow hair. So the sentence with this: the boss always ignores Ashok's mistakes because Ashok is his blue-eyed boy. Now you see, boy is the noun, blue-eyed is the hyphenated adjective. Hyphen, as you can see, is this small dash which you find between the 2 words. So here also you find blue-eyed. That is the usage which we have done in this sentence for the hyphenated or compound adjective blue-eyed. Built-in is the compound adjective here. The meaning is something that is made as a permanent part and cannot be separated. It is a part of some whole and you cannot separate it. Look at this sentence. The new apartment has built-in wardrobes in all the rooms. So there is a wall and the wardrobe is attached to the wall. It is a part of the wall. That is why we call it built-in. It is not a wardrobe which can be moved from one room to another. It is fixed. It is permanent. That is why the form built-in. Again, you see the hyphen, which is important. Here it is there, built-in. And here again you have built-in. Here is the compound adjective, bulletproof. Bulletproof is what you need for protection. Great people who are frightened that they might be killed, what we call assassinated. They go around in bulletproof vests or bulletproof cars, etc. Common adjective which we use. Something that does not allow bullets to penetrate. Means a bullet cannot make a hole in it. A bullet cannot enter it. Look at the word penetrate. Again, it might be a new word where you are learning the meaning of the word. So not only compound adjectives, but you might learn some other new words also. Penetrate is a verb. To penetrate here is used in the form of a non-finite verb. Now look at the sentence. The police have been given bulletproof vehicles and vests to fight against the terrorists. Now terrorists might kill the police. So what do they have? They have bulletproof vehicles. Whatever they travel in is bulletproof. And bulletproof vests. Now look at the word vests. Vest is a jacket which you wear covering the most important part of the body that we call as the torso, the upper part of the body, where your heart, your lungs, your stomach, intestines, everything is there. So if the bullet hits any of those, then you die immediately. So they have bulletproof vests. That's the meaning of the word vest. Cold-blooded, that is the compound adjective, which means without emotion or sympathy. Intentionally cruel. That means cruel because you want to be cruel, not because the situation demands it. That is cold-blooded. Now here you have a sentence. The assassin was known for the cold-blooded murders that he had committed. Assassin is a person who kills, a person who murders other people. So from there the word comes assassination, the noun. Here assassin is the person, assassination is the process. Both are nouns. So you have to understand that cold-blooded murders, that means he was doing it to be cruel, without sympathy, without emotion. Next is far-fetched. Far-fetched meaning is something which is not believable or something which is exaggerated. Exaggerated again is a word which might be difficult. It means to say much more than the actual thing. If something little has happened, you say much more about it. You make it sound very serious or you make it sound much more important. Then we call it as exaggerated. Now you see the sentence. The excuse she gave for coming late because she was chased by a hound in a busy road seemed far-fetched. Now you see the long sentence. A hound is an animal. It's a wild animal, you know. You can have a dog which is very fierce. You have greyhound, you have bloodhound, many types. There is a famous story by Arthur Conan Doyle, the detective Sherlock Holmes. It's called The Hound of Baskervilles. When you get a chance, you please read it. Someday I might tell you in the storytelling videos. So here is a hound. There will not be any wild animals on the road, on a busy road. So the excuse is far-fetched. That means the excuse is not believable. Here are two sentences for the compound adjective full length. Full length is something which is complete or which is whole, the entire thing. She wanted a full-length picture taken in her new dress. Picture is the noun. Full length describes from the top of the head to the feet. She wanted a full-length picture. I want to read the full-length novel and not an abridged one. Abridged is a small version, a version which is put together in a shorter form. Full length is the entire novel, the full novel. So those are the two sentences here giving you two different aspects. One is a full-length picture of a human being. The other is a full-length novel, a book, a story. Full-time, which we often use, something that occupies the entire period or the entire time. I'm saving money to enroll in a full-time course. Full-time course is which you attend from morning till evening for many months or many years. My brother is looking for a full-time job. full-time job. You don't have to do 2 or 3 jobs, but you do one job, and that is from morning till evening, every day of the week for months and years. Hard-earned means something that is the result of hard work and a lot of effort. She was careful with her money because it was hard-earned. We say, this is my hard-earned money. That means you spend it carefully. You don't waste that money. Hardworking is usually used to describe a person who works very sincerely and works diligently. You see the word diligently again. It might be a word which is new to many of you. Diligent is also sincere, to do your work with a wholehearted effort, with a wholehearted concentration. The office is gleaming these days as the new cleaning team is very hardworking. So you're describing the cleaning team as hardworking. High quality is a compound adjective we use very often. It means a better thing, a superior quality, or we have an excellent phrase here, and that is top notch. That also, you see, hyphenated. Top notch, high quality, both of them they are synonyms of each other. Both are compound adjectives. You can see with the use of the hyphen. Look at the sentence now. The builder has used high quality fixtures in the bathroom. So whatever there in the bathroom, the shower, the taps, the fittings, everything is high quality. That is what is called fixtures, whatever is fixed. This laptop has a built-in high quality microphone. Now you see, built-in we have already come across earlier. So here you have two adjectives, built-in, high quality, to describe the noun microphone. The compound adjective high risk, meaning something that is dangerous, something that involves more danger. Here are two sentences with it. These investments may get you more returns, but they are high risk. These days, people invest in the share market. So they say, read the risk document. So you say, after reading the document, I think this is high risk. During COVID, patients with diabetes were put in high risk category. COVID, everybody remembers the pandemic, which was a few years back. And then we have to learn from it that people who have other problems like diabetes belong to the high risk category. High speed is the next one. It is to move very fast, to operate or move or go very fast. This new road will be part of a high-speed corridor between the two cities. You know how many cities are getting connected with smooth roads. So we have high-speed corridor, a straight road where you can go at a great speed. That computer has a high-speed processor. So the computer works because of the processor. So it is a high-speed processor. Life-saving. That's the next one, which means either rescuing life or helping you to live or protecting life. Here you see a sentence which is used. That little known scientist has discovered a new life-saving drug for cancer. Here you see another description is also there. Compound adjective. Little known, although these are not listed maybe, but it is there. Little known scientist. To describe scientist, compound adjective, little known. And to describe drug for cancer, the adjective, life-saving, compound adjective. Low budget is where you are going to spend less money, a small expenditure. Two sentences are here with low budget. They decided to go on a low budget holiday. You might want to spend less money, little money, but you want to go on a holiday. So what did they do? They decided to go on a holiday which was low budget. So holiday described by low budget. Though the movie was low budget, it became a hit. Recently, we had one of those movies, where it was all women-centric. Hindi movie, very exciting, but low budget. Mouth-watering. Something, if you see, water comes in your mouth. That means it's very tasty or delicious or appetizing. These are all the synonyms for the word tasty. We are eagerly waiting for the mouth-watering sweets that her mother makes for festivals. So we are eagerly waiting. And what kind of thing are you waiting for? Mouth-watering sweets. That is what is the usage of mouth-watering. Old-fashioned is a compound adjective, which means something which is not in style or something which belongs to the past, not something which is modern or present. You are young, but your views on marriage are old-fashioned. So old-fashioned describes views. Views on marriage, old-fashioned views. You have old-fashioned views on marriage. Let us get an old-fashioned wooden sofa to match the antique decor. Decor is decoration. So the antique is very old, furniture which is very old. We call it antique. So with that antique, what will match? Old-fashioned sofa. So you're looking for something which will match with the older furniture which you have. One-eyed is a person who can only see with one eye, or a person who cannot see very far, very wide. His vision is very narrow. Two sentences are here. They claim to have seen a one-eyed monster in the forest. If you see frightening movies, you will see this. Amongst all the blind men, a one-eyed man becomes the king. There is a story, there is a saying also about this. Part-time is the opposite of what we did earlier, full-time. Something that is not full-time, something that you do in some part of your day and in other parts you do other things. She is working part-time and pursuing a management course in the evenings. So she is doing part-time work only and part-time studies. Red-handed. When you're doing something wrong and you get caught, that is to be caught red-handed. The detective planned to lay a trap to catch red-handed the thief who was stealing world-famous paintings from museums all over the world. Now see, such a long sentence. You must know how to construct long and short sentences. Here is an experience for you. So you have the word world famous also. World famous, which we may not have listed here. World famous is also a compound adjective. Red-handed is also a compound adjective. Run down has different meanings. One is exhausted, you're very tired, or something which is not in a good condition. It also means to criticize, to say bad things about somebody. I'm totally run down after a month of hectic work in the office. That means I'm very tired, I'm very exhausted. A good teacher never runs down her students. So what is the quality of a good teacher? To motivate, not to criticize. Self-made, a person who has got success by his own hard work, own effort. The business tycoon was a self-made man. Small-minded is a person who thinks very negatively, petty or narrow-minded. His rigid attitude towards his son's foreigner wife shows that he's a small-minded man. Marrying from some other country, the father cannot accept. Soft-spoken is a person usually who does not shout loudly or who uses a very gentle voice while speaking. Because the boss is soft-spoken, everybody obeys all her orders willingly. The boss does not scold anybody, so everybody willingly follows whatever she says. User-friendly. Today we use this very, very often. Something which whoever uses it finds it very easy. So, over the years, mobile phones have become very user-friendly. Earlier, we could not understand. Today, anybody can operate it. So, user-friendly. Very often used compound adjective is well-known. It means famous. I only want to read novels by well-known authors. Today's assignment is to make a list of well-known mountains in India. So both of them use the form well-known, famous. Wide-eyed is the last compound adjective we have for today. It means innocent or inexperienced or surprised, amazed, etc. He entered a 5-star hotel. Now look at 5-star, also hyphenated compound adjective, for the first time and looked around in wide-eyed wonder. I've never gone into a 5-star. When I go for the first time, I'll be surprised. So that is wide-eyed wonder. With that, we come to an end of this. Let me know in your comments how much you benefited by this video. Also, try to ask questions on other compound adjectives which you know, or make sentences with all these. Write one comment with 1 or 2 sentences. Don't write hundreds of sentences in a single comment. It becomes very difficult to read if the comment is very long. So I hope your vocabulary will reach a higher level by practicing this. All the best and thank you.